Hello and welcome to another update video about DOT. DOT is currently following the bullish outlook, the bullish projection here. Most recently, we had a small micro support area on the chart, which the price respected, which was here defined between 730 and 781. And the price since then has made a new high and actually reached now a level that is very close to the previous December high. We haven't broken above it, but as per the last updates, as per the last video, to fulfill the minimum requirements, minimum expectations of this fifth wave, of a fifth wave to the upside in the yellow count, we need to see the price get at least to 977. That would still be a very, very weak wave 5. However, I would prefer it to go higher than that, possibly 1050 or 1105. I mean, higher is always possible. So the trend is up. Momentum seems to be increasing. So I would say, we focus on higher at the moment. It's just that we have nearly fulfilled the minimum expectation for this fifth wave to the upside. But usually we don't really want it to just form a very shallow wave 5 or very anemic wave 5. It can definitely go a little higher than that, okay? So 1054 and 1105 are the next levels to watch. However, this is all in the yellow count. And the yellow count, there are different ways of measuring targets. So one additional way of measuring targets, for example, would be to take the length of waves 1 to 3. Then we go to the low of the wave 4. And then we can look at the 61.8 extension level, for example. And that points us, one second, there it is, to, basically $11. So that would work out quite well. There's a good overlap between the 2.618 extension of wave 1, which is here at $11, and the 61.8 extension. It is possible that the white count is unfolding though, but in the white count, I mean that the B wave actually bottomed here. So we have A wave up, B wave down, and if that C wave is playing out, we have a more aggressive uptrend to expect, possibly all the way to 1626. Now, how can we distinguish the two? Well, I would say if we get a sustained break above the $11 mark, then we can be heading towards 16 in a more aggressively bullish, at least short-term bullish count, in basically this C wave to the upside. Now, how can we now track the uptrend, right? So anybody, for example, who entered the trade somewhere here, around these previous lows or so, I think it makes sense to understand what the level is that now needs to hold for more direct trend continuation. So what is the level that really needs to hold, or what's the signal that if that level breaks to the downside, that we're heading into a more bearish scenario? The immediate uptrend obviously needs to hold to get to that $11 level. Well, it is here this swing low at around $8.05. This for me is the nearest critical support level, and it seems like DOT is on the move. Next micro resistance or next fib level is 977, and then we're already getting to 1050 and $11. The last swing high, which is the December high, was at around $9.60, so pay attention to that level as well. It could provide some resistance. But overall, even here, even if the white count could play out with a more aggressively bullish C wave, the microstructure so far has guided as well. We did talk about the yellow count possibly as here an ending, not an ending diagonal, an ending diagonal possibly. So it's even possible that this extends further, but let's just stick to what we have here. There are different ways how this could be counted. Maybe even, and I like that, maybe even a bit more. Microstructure is difficult here on the DOT chart, but it's possible that all of this was an A wave. Let me just change that. It looks a little better, I think. Looks a little better. A wave, B wave pullback, and this is now wave C. That's possible as well. A, B, C in wave 5. The structure is a bit ambiguous because this could also be A, B, C, A, B, C. for our diagonal, right? And then here A, B, and maybe now the C wave. But also that could take us to around about $11. So I'd be happy with that. Only if we really exceed and sustain above the $11 mark, we could get to that $16 level that I mentioned. But yeah, what would happen if we break below that $8.05 level, that last swing low, that critical support level that needs to hold for more direct continuation? Well, then I would assume that we did this A wave, B wave, C wave, and we can be heading into that lower support region between 440 and 585. But I do not see that until we break at least below the $8.05 level. So there's nothing bearish until then. And yeah, around the $11 mark, it is possible that then the yellow count tops, but it's too early to confirm that. So let's first see if we get there. I told you about the micro support, and it makes sense to follow the trend as long as possible because, as I said, in the white count, we could even be a little bit more aggressively bullish. That's my update about DOT. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.